What's up, guys? Guess who showed up, yo?
Running the show, Genji. Media, triple.
What up, dog?
Chilling, man.
So, I already did a reaction to it, and Ronan comes up. He's like, yo, man, hey, you did a video? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, you want to talk about this? This It Chapter 2?
No, I do. Yes.
Let's watch this teaser trailer first, because he ain't watched it.
Tight.
It's tight, yo.
All right.
It's tight.
I'm ready.
All right, let's watch this. Where'd it go? Oh.
Yes, can I help you?
I used to live here.
Won't you come in? It's the least I can do. Is it like you remember?
Cleaner.
Well, you feel free to look around while I get the water boiling.
Your hair is winter fire. January embers. My heart burns there.
There you go.
Thank you.
Now some music. I do apologize. It gets so very hot here this time of year.
It's fine.
Well, you feel like you could just about die. But you know what they say about Derry. No one who dies here ever really dies.
Whoa. Oh.
But tell me how you got Derry.
What the heck?
That Excel.
Strange? Oh, my. I had some cookies in the oven before you came. Stay right there.
I
Oh
shouldn't
my
impose.
God.
I'm gonna.
No, I insist.
Your photos are lovely, Miss Kirsch. Are these your family?
My father came to this country with $14 in his pocket.
What did he do, Mrs. Kirsch?
My father joined the circus.
Oh, man.
Oh my God.
I was always Daddy's little girl. What about you?
I
Are
love
you
it.
still his little girl, Beverly? Are you?
Oh
It's me, the Losers Club has officially begun.
We can do this, but we have to stick together.
Hello.
Yes. IMAX game. Dolby game as well. Oh, my goodness, bro.
All right, man. I gotta get your first.
Man,
Bruh.
you know what? That acting was A-class. That
Wasn't it?
the drama, because she was able to convey suspense and mystery. Like, you had no idea what was happening. For a minute, I thought she was going to change form.
Yeah.
And that was tight. And then that silence and then the no music atmosphere, that was great because that performance carried that scene and kind of raised tension. So I love the performance from that
Oh
lady.
man, that's tight, man.
And then I got to give it up to Jessica Chastain, man, because I said she should be Beverly Marsh. And that was just a fan casting. And that's dope that they actually picked her. Everyone else was like Amy Adams, who I love, but I was like, Jessica, man, Jessica for the win.
What about the other redhead lady from Tag?
She would have been interesting too.
Yeah,
Hey,
she's hot.
She would have been tight too. But the cast is looking great. McAvoy's in here. I really like Bill Hader for that role too. And Bill Skarsgård is back. And I love that in this new one that we're going to see more of Pennywise's origin. And we're actually going to see his world. And
Ooh.
I think what Chapter 2 is different from Chapter 1 because we're going to see through the eyes of these adults what is terrifying to grown-ups. Because Chapter 1 was about what was scary to children.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 2 gets real and it gets dark because everyone is kind of like at a different point in their lives in the Losers Club. So now that they're getting back together, things are going to be more brutal, more graphic, everything that was polar opposite of chapter 1. Everything that you wanted to see is going to be in this one.
Okay.
This is the heavy hitter one because now it's more of a reunion now.
Yeah.
They're getting back together because Pennywise is back. And now his motive is different because now it's revenge. They beat him in part 1.
Yeah.
But he's like, oh, okay.
I don't play this game.
Now it's a war.
Got you.
And you're going to see his universe too, which is going to be crazy. So we're going to get more into that fantasy supernatural. They're going to not step in the water. They're going to jump in that lava pit.
Got you.
This is tight.
You know what? It's funny that you said what a grown-up he's scared of, bruh.
Right.
And the black dude, what's his name? Mike? The black dude?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the black dude, you know his fear going to be Pennywise going to turn to a ratchet chick.
Oh.
Like, you need to pay your child support. It's going to happen, G. She gonna come out. You need to pay your child support.
That would be great.
It's your baby. Take me. It's going down, bruh. It is going down.
That would be hilarious. Hey, that's some real life fear, though.
You feel me?
You are the father.
Hey.
And then that reaction.
More, he gonna turn a mortgage up. Freak.
That's tight, bro.
And
the fears of the black American.
And Bill, you gonna tell him the stock market crashed.
Hey.
It's all lost. All right, yeah, that's just some stereotypic jokes. But
man,
I'm glad you said that, G. See, this teaser is probably one of the best I've seen this year.
Especially for a horror film, because it's easy to give stuff away. This was very
But
subtle.
the thing is, I was creeped out.
Yeah.
It's very eerie, but I'm cheesing. I'm happy.
Very little was happening, but the subtleness and the tension, that's what it's all about. And it was the timing, and it was what you don't see that's there. That is the key. This trailer did all of that.
And she just sat there.
Right? And I'm thinking the most logical, typical thing. Okay, I'm waiting because I'm ready for it. And nothing happened. And then she switched up. I was like, that was perfect. That was perfect. But that's how you jump on people, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how it is, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man.
That's tight, man. Like, they used the acting to sell the fear and nothing even happened. That was dope.
Tight.
So it is what it is, man, and I'm glad that Andy Muschietti's back too, because I like his vision, I love his style, and I'm glad that he's able to bridge that old school with modern era style horror filmmaking. Like, that's great, and I know it's not an easy task, but he's able to make you feel like this is the past, but still feel like it's the present.
Right.
So that's great, and again, this is rated R. That's also great because you get to really go in.
Yep.
That is key. That is core essential to these kind of movies, especially when you're dealing with a Stephen King property. You got to go all the way.
This is probably one of the best reimagining versions of Stephen King's film ever.
All right.
Because they've been kind of a little slacking lately with his material.
They're up and down though, but I think for the most part, I think he's getting that love and respect and that credibility because his stories are hot and they are still relevant and they're timeless. Mm-hmm. And he does this thing where not like they're just they're scary stuff. He has memorable characters in those tales. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I think they resonate because those stories are so impactful. And again, these are books. And then when you see them come to life and they add more to it, that's always a great thing. And then I think we just love Stephen King as a storyteller and that his stories as a whole, you know, we know that they're going to connect somewhere down the line, that there's Easter eggs put in through them. You know, it's a universe as a whole.
I was going to ask you about that because in this first shot, you see a 5 on it. And I just felt like it meant something. But I don't know what that 5 meant.
It may have something to do with 1408, maybe one of the hotel room numbers.
Because I think, because they, you know how they do those capturing scenes.
Yeah.
And that 5 might be, I don't know. Maybe one of you guys know what the 5 means.
It has to do with something from probably one of the previous movies. But I know his Hulu show, Castle Rock, connects a lot of the movies and books and stuff per se, like the warden where he worked at the prison facility in Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
They're taking place in that timeline, and then the prison where Tom Hanks and all them were working at, they're focusing on that. And then I heard in season 2, Kathy Bates' character is going to be a younger version of Annie Wilkes.
Okay.
The girl from Masters of Sex is going to play her, so they're going to introduce young Annie Wilkes in Castle Rock.
Tight.
Yeah, so they're kind of.
So it's kind of like what was that show called? Not Fairy Tale. Like it used to come on ABC.
Castle.
No. It was about like the Disney characters.
Oh shoot.
Dang. Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time.
Once Upon a Time. So it's kind of like that.
Like that, but more grounded and set in like a prison facility.
Got you.
Yeah, it's tight, man. So when you see like these certain characters pop up, I think it's like a beginning or origin for them because they're all younger.
Mm-hmm.
And then like even the movies kind of bridge each other's gaps. Like you'll see stuff that was mentioned over here in Misery, that something happened over here in 1408, there's something over here in the Dark Tower. You're like, okay, so this is the same universe, but different timelines and different events are happening, and you're just following different sets of people.
Nice.
But they're in the same world.
Nice.
And it kind of chronologically connects everything. Because again, all this takes place in King's hometown, Derry, Maine.
Tight.
All his stories do. So it's interesting. And then like you got the neighborhood where Cujo was the family dog and living down the block. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
But he hasn't got bit by the rabies yet. Like
Okay.
he hasn't got attacked by the werewolf and stuff. So it's crazy.
Oh, it's like some Erie, Indiana stuff.
Yeah.
No doubt.
But that's King for you, man. Like he wants to throw Easter eggs for you, and it's your job to fill in the blanks and see where they connect. Because it was always a universe. We just seen it in live action form, and that's what makes it unique.
Tight.
Television's the same way with the stories.
You know, it's funny because when you watch this, right? You watch this and you see the development of this character, It. From what I remember, you know, I watched it on the miniseries on CBS, NBC, one of them.
Oh, the Tommy Lee Wallace movie. Yeah, that was cool.
And he was standard. He was basic,
Yeah.
but he was still scary, but
He was
basic.
good. Tim Curry was tight.
Tim Curry, yeah. What a unique voice, right? And then you see this one, and he has that same vibe, but it's updated.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes it very eerie, because when you see him as this old lady running around, doing all this, and he did this thing when he jumped out the window, he went like, and he stood on the wall,
like Showtime.
Yeah,
like this is a show.
Like he's really, I'm really fascinated on how much he's playing.
Yeah.
He's playing their fears against him.
Right.
And I love the game that he's playing. This teaser really showed me that, you know, some films, they get worse. But I think this time it's going to get that much better.
Oh, yeah.
Because even on the miniseries, the second part was better than the first part.
When they got grown up, it was a totally different ball game. Like, things happen, and again, like, he's coming back for revenge, and they were departed, and then they came back together, and then some people were missing, you know, they had careers. So everything changes from both sides of the spectrum. So I like that. And then the difference between that and this is we got money behind this, and you got
facts,
practical effects, special effects, and then you got an actor who's really bringing it and who's really into the role. Like, he is into that character, and he's having a ball.
And it's more of,
that is key.
It's more of what they always wanted to do, and it really makes you feel good because this is kind of how Stephen King saw it in a sense. How Pennywise really was attacking these motherfuckers, man. I love it.
But they couldn't do it then.
They couldn't do it then.
Television
Small budget, you know what I'm saying? But they could do it now, and I think they're doing a hell of a job. The teaser, man, looking at Beverly, man, I have to say she's selling the role, man. She's selling the freaking role. The whole old lady thing, man. Just look at that face.
Yeah,
that's
that was
spooky, man.
That was like off of the chart, like obscure and weird. It was almost like she broke character and she was punking everybody on the set, but then went back into action. Like, we don't know how that scene went down, but that's ridiculous, bro.
It is. It really is. You know, and you and it's funny though.
But I was waiting for the traditional
something to jump at it, but it went. I'm gonna hold by my teeth real quick. Yeah. And then she came out like the Attack on Titan the Titans.
Yes.
Moving and don't. It's just giving me so much. This is a breath of fresh air.
The horror fans out there will really appreciate that scene in that trailer, because that is what it's all about. That's like 101 right there. Horror. Keeping them on the toes, suspense. It was no music. It was just acting and sound.
Horror shouldn't always be just terrifying. Sometimes it could be funny.
Just character driven.
Like, whoa, look how you got that fool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's the thing, because it can be that fine balance. Because, you know, you got the purists that are like, I like mine without the comedy. We could throw some subtleness in. Like Scream does it great because it's a whodunit slasher. It's a mystery.
Yeah.
But it knows it's self-aware because the killer is a horror film fanatic who watches horror movies, so he knows how to keep his track so nobody can discover him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Scream is very clever. The nigga watches horror films.
Yeah.
But he's a killer at the same time.
Right.
So he's pranking people on the phone. You can easily start 69 is fluent, like caller ID and get them.
But
it's clever.
So you're saying someone like your magnitude, being a big horror fan,
Yeah.
right? You could turn into a killer.
Triple. And that'd be type of triple massacre. That'd be dope. But you know, it's what it is though. Like that's how Wes Craven saw it, and that was the film that revitalized horror back in the '90s. Man, Scream resurrected the genre. It was dead.
I heard they're trying to bring it back too.
Yeah,
They're
Blumhouse.
they're trying to bring it back. Warner Brothers doing it big, man. I'm looking at the little products that Warner Brothers have been bringing out secretly, low key.
Warner Brothers is letting people know that they're horror fans too. They got the Godzilla MonsterVerse. They're doing great with it. I mean, Harry Potter was low key horror, but they had the magic and fantasy to back it up.
Bruh, they got Pokemon this week.
They got that. They're doing things with the genre as far as like horror and monsters and things like that. They need to do something with that Mortal Kombat because they have the rights to that too.
Mortal Kombat.
And if you're doing this, there's no limit.
So what you think about the characters though? Like we all know how it's gonna turn out. What was the fat kid named Ben?
Yeah.
Ben's gonna obviously be handsome. He's gonna get all in shape. That's obviously gonna happen.
They put a great ensemble for the grown-ups, I have to say. And I'm a Bill Hader fan too, and he gets a lot of flack though. But when you put him in material like this, he can do a 360 and shine. Like he can be that character. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to put him. It's not like sometimes you don't see a person that's fit for a role. You have to put him in the element where you don't expect him, and that's kind of the challenge on both ends. And it's like, are we going to accept him or not? And McAvoy, he's a plus as well. Like,
do you think they're gonna give McAvoy most of the shine in this movie? Because obviously, I think he's like the biggest star out of everybody.
I think it'll be a fine balance because I think there's three in here. I think it'll probably be most shine between him, Hader, and Chastain.
Because that was the bad thing about the first one with
Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah. It was like, oh, he's on Stranger Things. Give him all the cuss words. Even though we know who he played, but it was all eyes on him.
But that Freddie Freeman though, he was tight.
Yeah, he was tight.
That's why I call him y'all, but I forget his name.
On Shazam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great over here.
He was cool. He had the little yeah. Tight.
This is there's star power in here though, man. I think that's rare when you talk about a Stephen King universe and then you talk about a horror franchise. I don't think, actors get that credit when they do these kind of movies though, man. I kind of wish like horror films kind of had their category for being recognized and getting awards because there is top tier acting in these kind of genre films, and there is top tier writing in these kind of films, and you got to acknowledge the directing as well. I mean, why do we respond to stuff like this? I mean, there's something obviously is working, so let's acknowledge it the same way we would acknowledge like The Godfather or Citizen Kane or Taxi Driver, or something that Leo should have gotten. You know what I'm saying? Like acting is acting and directing is directing. No matter what genre it is, if it's great, then it is great. And that is what I hate about Hollywood.
I'll say this. Yeah. I think the acting in this movie is going to be so phenomenal, right? It's going to be like when you have horror movies, right? You always have bad acting, right?
Yeah, that's true.
The main star is usually the monster. Either he's simple, like Mike Myers.
That's a good point.
Jason.
Yeah.
And then Freddy,
which requires acting because nobody can be that physical and that menacing. You have to really sell that. That's body acting.
Like,
see, there's a thing for
like
that.
the Halloween, like when he walked up and he kept moving,
stoic and robotic, but emotionless, and that's what that is. See, that's acting.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. Like, oh, he's just a man. No. Look at what he's doing. Like, I'm glad you pointed that out. Look at his demeanor. Look at the body language. Look at how he walked into the kitchen. Look at how he picked up he's just blank.
Yeah.
He does not care about what he's doing, but a mission will be done.
Yeah.
That's terrifying because there is no image.
Yeah.
It's just the shape, and that was what he's going for. So I'm glad you acknowledged that. A lot of people don't understand that. It's acting. Even though words aren't being said, it's a physical presence. Yeah. And it's got to be acknowledged.
And then you notice how when Jamie Lee Curtis presented it as a great actress, you felt her passion to kill Michael. So when you see this type of film, when I'm looking at this teaser, just how the old lady acting and seeing her present herself Pennywise, I think this is going to be a rare case where we're going to get phenomenal acting for the most part. Because I don't know about all the actors, but phenomenal acting for the most part.
Yeah.
And when you see these characters and what brings their fears to life as grown-ups,
yeah,
that's when you're gonna be like, whoa.
That's gonna be the selling point.
And Pennywise is already selling it, y'all.
Yeah.
Ain't no joke with this.
He's into it. Like, he's on another level.
Like, dude, he's walking, bruh. He's playing, bro. I love it. Yeah. I love the games of it.
It's almost like if the Joker has supernatural powers,
right?
You know, very theatrical, but he's OP in our world and in this world, and he still has some psychological demeanor to him, but he's got this diabolical fun to him that we can't understand. But because he's so OP, he knows that he can't be stopped, and he's gonna feed off that fear and that power of energy. So, and he comes back every 2-3 years and floats into our universe and takes kids and things like that. So he knows that he can't be stopped. And when you know you can't be stopped, you're going to have a ball what you're doing.
It's funny that you said the Joker, because I had a question for you. Who's the most diabolical, scariest clown of them all? Pennywise, the Joker, or Ronald McDonald?
Bro, they all killers in my eyes. That's crazy.
I know, right?
Like, it's the creepiest thing, but they're all doing the same thing, but they all have different points of view. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
They're all the same, but they come from different backgrounds and they have different points of views, and their job is to aim at children.
Like, literally, they all aim at, well, Joker's really anybody, but Pennywise aims at the weak-minded.
Yeah.
And he wants to feed off your fear. That's logical. The Joker wants to cause anarchy. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
Ronald McDonald wants to get rich and just feed you bad food and kill you that way.
Happy Meals.
Damn.
Children love toys. And burgers.
If Pennywise dress up like Ronald,
it's a wrap.
I'm blowing up, bro. You're gonna see confetti,
that
bro.
That would be crazy. Like, if they do that, that'd be tight.
Hey, kids. Oh, snap. You got Happy Meals, yo.
The founder.
Oh, my God.
Bro.
No, I just think the acting's gonna be really good in here, man.
It's gotta be, man. Like,
the guy that plays it is doing a phenomenal job, man.
Bill Skarsgård is underrated. He's tight, and I just think the horror genre is in a league of their own. They're in a category of their own, and I think like they should have their own Oscars, man, because there's a lot of greatness in this genre, and there's a lot of fluff too. But for the greatness that's there, it outweighs the fluff.
But see, movies like this can get those. Look, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't really care for the Oscars.
That's what I say. They should have their own, because there's a lot of good.
Their own awards.
Like when you talked about the actors, as far as like Jamie Lee Curtis stuff, that was a great performance, man.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a horror movie, so they're not gonna look at that. And that's after.
I just think that hopefully, if the movie is good, it gets the proper dues.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be, it's a horror movie. Let's not pay attention to it, because that's not fair. It's film. If it can get you in, get you out, you have a good time.
Yeah.
You enjoy the story. You enjoy the acting. It's a phenomenal movie. Then it needs to get its credit.
That's what it's about at the end of the day.
Movies like this, because I think it was really the it point to start off. Let's just revamp these horror films and let's give it the budget they really need.
Oh yeah.
Because I think when it came out, then they started talking about Halloween. Now we have Child's Play coming out. I don't know too much about that one yet. I ain't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I heard some bad things, but
hopefully it's wrong. No.
Hopefully it's wrong. You had Pet Sematary. A lot of people didn't go check that out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if we can get another Freddy, another Jason, you know what I mean? Start really,
get back to animal horrors. I want to remake a Cujo, bro. That's another Stephen King property.
I want
that needs
Christine
to be up.
one.
That one, and I know you and me both like the monsters. We need that werewolf Silver Bullet, bro. Silver Bullet was tight.
But I think
that
wolf
priest was at the church was the killer the whole time.
And I just finished watching Wolfman, G.
Oh.
Man, I don't care what nobody say. Sir Anthony Hopkins was a beast. Little gray wolf. He was tearing them up, bruh.
Benicio del Toro. They needed a sequel to that, bro. Didn't do well though, but it was tight.
It had no reason not to do well. It was a good movie.
Very good movie.
But that's what I'm saying.
Shout out to Rick Baker for those practical effects, man, and transformation.
I think these type of movies are bringing them back. What is the movie with William Dafoe when he was a vampire and got rebirthed?
Daybreakers,
I think.
And then the one I let you borrow where he was playing Nosferatu from the Shadow of the Vampire.
Shadow of the Vampires.
Dope.
Daybreakers, one of them movies, good.
Oh yeah.
With old boy from Jurassic Park.
Yeah, Sam Neill.
Yeah. So what it's looking like is they're going back to the basic of horror, not all this supernatural demons and too much of it oversaturated.
True.
And now we're going back to the basics where it's fun. But see, what makes, and I'm gonna end with this, what makes it really good is the fact that our horror knowledge is at a different level now.
Facts.
It takes a lot to get us scared. Cause we've seen it all, man.
And that's good, because you want to challenge the typical hardcore horror fan.
So what
you wanted to do that?
What does it do? He makes it fun, and he tricks you at the same time, and then he scares you. Cause I remember the last I jumped.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what the freak? Where'd that come from?
There's a lot of good creative inventive stuff, and that's good storytelling too, because like you said, tricking. It's chess. You got the audience relaxed, they're laughing, and then boom, something happens. It's like a comedian on stage. That punchline is that scare. You know what I'm saying? So you got them relaxed, and laughter is like levity. It's refreshing. You get to chill for a minute, but you don't know when that next boom's coming.
And when you take your laugh away with fear,
it's a wrap.
Don't eat no popcorn watching this movie. Because you're gonna choke.
You're gonna choke. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
So I love that. I think it's a great game, and then like you're with the audience that's ready to get that experience. They're there for that. You know what I mean? Versus those that don't know what they're getting. So you got different audiences coming for different things, and then you got those that are just like, I just want to see a good movie, and then they come out like, hey, I wasn't really into horror, but I kind of like this. So you got some new people coming in.
This is an entry level into the horror genre, and
it's great, man.
This is like you said, one of those movies where you'll laugh, you can be scared, and you can enjoy the story. Because I think that it has a pretty decent horror story for what it is.
It can make or break, and then you got different kinds of horror in the genre too. So it's great, man. Everybody's different. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't like monsters. Some people just like serial killer stuff.
I ain't gonna lie, G.
It's a fine line.
I want a sex scene in this movie.
If we get that, it's in the book too. So yeah.
I want a sex scene in this movie.
Orgy scene. Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna do that one.
Yeah. But
because I think the actress, she's not gonna put herself out there like that.
Yeah.
But
deleted scene. Blu-ray.
I want a sex scene in this film, bruh. I need that.
We might. It's rated R.
Oh my God! I swear, nigga.
Hey, freak. Oh, that debunks everything, bro.
That'd be some scary.
It will.
Shit, bruh. How's
that gonna be shot? Is it gonna be like that vertical, like 360, like angle, like how Freddy when he got Johnny Depp and pulled him underneath the bed? That was a really creative one. That's kind of reminds me of that when I saw that scene of the blood scene with Beverly. It reminded me of that Johnny Depp scene from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
And where the girl was having a nightmare, and you see from Tina's point of view what's happening. But Freddy was invincible. He was kind of in his world. He picked her up and started throwing her around the ceiling.
Yeah. Blood and stuff.
That was tight. And that was 1984, ladies and gentlemen. Can you imagine we got something like that in 2019?
Dope.
Tight.
Phenomenal.
You see what you can do with no budget, but that was the genius of Wes Craven, man.
Yeah.
No other.
It could be another.
It could.
But you just gotta get off the budget.
Point is, you can do, when you have less, it allows you to try to be creative. And that's the key at the end of the day.
Well, people are different now.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys enjoyed the discussion / reaction from my boy Ronjo Genji.
I'm ready for this movie. This teaser was tight. This teaser was
dope. Can't wait for the actual trailer.
Oh yeah. This movie's day one.
I'm really hyped for this. I did a reaction before this discussion, so you guys check that video out.
Tight.
I ain't gonna lie, it's very eerie, man. It has that Attack on Titan vibe to it, bruh. I'm just can't wait to watch this. I got chills on my face.
Man, this is the most subtle teaser trailer I've ever seen for a horror movie.
And it had a nice length to it too. It could have been like
right.
Nah, they was like, nah, we're gonna pull you in with something.
They gave you some characters, and then at the end it became the teaser showing the cast and everything.
They baited us good.
Yeah,
bro.
That was tight.
Perfect. I don't know what that old lady name is, but she played a phenomenal Pennywise old lady version.
Yeah.
She was dope, man.
That was some good marketing.
Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction / discussion. I'm J3.
Ronjo Genji, Cyborgpedia.
If you're new to the channel, go to put the subscribe button, thumbs up this video, and don't forget to share Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We out.